Hi guys, Qasmieh MMA here, and today we are back with another PFL predictions video on the channel. I'm taking my predictions for PFL MENA 3, Al-Qahtani versus Alhyasat. That's probably the first of many butchered names on today's card. There's a lot of people from the Middle East and like Saudi Arabia and that. I'm not going to be able to pronounce their names, so it's going to be a rough one. But I am looking forward to getting into the picks for this card. There's some exciting fighters, so I'm ready for it. But before I do that, make sure if you're not already, go and hit the subscribe button down below. It's much appreciated, and it's free, guys. So there is a total of 10 fights on today's card, and we kick things off with Adam Meskini versus Yazid Hasanain. So Meskini 8-3, Hasanain 3-1. As Meskini clearly had more fights in his pro career. All of his losses come in by decision, but he's got quite a few finishes on his record. Just lost to Islam Reda in his last fight, but he is also fighting on today's card. Whereas Hasanain 3-1, also lost his last fight, did lose to KO by Al-Qahtani, who's the headline of this card. But before that, 3 in a row wins, so not the worst fighter. He is only 26 years of age as well, but I do think that Adam Meskini is going to get this job done. You know, he's had more fights. He's the Frenchman. He's 28, so slightly older, more experienced, and I feel like he gets the KO in round number 1. So Hasanain, oh my god, I cannot pronounce his names. He's been KO'd in his last fight. I feel like Meskini's going to get the KO in this fight. So we move up the card to Basahel versus Qasmieh. Now, I think this has just been added to the card because when I first made my picks, I don't remember this fight being on there. But it seems very different, like records wise, because like Basahel 19-2 as an amateur, so he's had a lot of fights. Only lost 2 of them as well, both by decision. But he's many finishes in his amateur career. I think this might be his first pro fight. I'm pretty sure. Qasmieh is also. Well, he's got no record on this website I'm using. I have nothing on this guy. He just says 0-0. I don't think he's had any professional fights. I've got nothing to go off other than Basahel looks pretty good. He's only lost twice, so I'm going to be going with Basahel, and I reckon he gets this job done by decision. Now, we move up the card to Eid versus Omar Reguigui. Wait, what? I can't say his name. Eid versus Omar Reguigui. Yep, that's how you say his name. Anyways, moving on from his name, because I absolutely butchered that one. Eid, 9-4. Looks pretty decent. He's won his last 2 fights by KO and decision. Before that, he lost a split decision. He had no contest. So this guy is pretty good from Lebanon, I think that is, Lebanese. Omar Reguigui, 4-0. Not bad either. He lost his 2 amateur fights he had, but since he's turned professional, he's had many wins. Don't know about the like level of his opponents. They're not very good. His last fight was fought Salim, who was 5-0, got overturned to a no contest. So he's not really won't beat anyone that great. So I think Eid gets this job done, and I think he wins by decision. Now we move up the card to Elias Boudegzdame. Yep, got that one. Versus Rashid Haz. That's a nice easy name. Come on, why can't they all have that name? But I'm just going to call him Elias. Elias, Algerian man, 30 years old. Record of 19-8, so quite a lot of fights to be fair. A lot of wins, and he's got 16 wins by submission. That's quite a few. Won his last fight by submission in MENA 1 in Riyadh. Before that, he lost to decision, but he seems to lose quite a few decisions, but he does win a lot by submission. So it's very dangerous on the ground. Rashid Haz, 14-3 from Spain, 1 year older than his opponent. Coming off 2 wins, also got a win by submission in his last fight as well. So both these guys, he's got 600 by submissions. Both these guys, submission artists, good at grappling and that. But I do think that Boudegzdame is the better grappler here. I mean, 16 submissions speaks for himself. So I reckon he's going to continue that, and Elias is going to get the submission in round number 2. Now moving up to Islam Reda versus Marouane Bellagouit. 11-1 for Reda. Very impressive record. His opponent 5-0. So both got very decent records. His only loss coming to Al-Qahtani, split decision, who is actually headlining this card. So not a bad loss at all. He arguably won if it's a split decision. Then since then, he's gone undefeated. Lost to Al-Silawi in grappling, but that doesn't really count. A lot of wins by submission. This guy is very dangerous. And then his opponent, Bellagouit, from Morocco, 5-0. So not as many fights, but he showed he's pretty decent. He's got a few by KO. But I can't see him KOing Islam Reda in this fight. So I do think that Reda is going to get this job done. And since he's had 8 submissions already, I think he gets a submission in round number 1. Now, we move up the card to Ali Taleb versus Jalal Al-Daaja. Now, Ali Taleb, 10-1 from fighting out of Sweden. I don't know if he's from Sweden, but it says that there. Only 26 years of age, only 1 loss, coming by decision as well. 5 wins by KO. Looks pretty dangerous. He lost it to Kakarov by decision, but since then he's won a decision in the MENA 1. So he looks pretty decent, this Taleb. Jalal Al-Daaja, 11-8. Can't say that's a great record. 37 years of age as well. He's getting on quite a bit. Lost his last 2 fights in a row. So I feel like it's an easy pick here. I will be going with Ali Taleb to get this done. And I reckon he gets the decision win. Now, moving up the card to Suhail Tairi versus Mohsen Mohammadseifi. Why can't these guys have easy names, man? Mohammadseifi from Iran, I think. That is the flag of Iran. Yep, it is. 35 years of age, so he's getting on a bit, but he is on a 6 fight winning streak, so pretty impressive. His last loss coming to Rongzu, who is in the UFC, so we can forgive him for that. Only his 2nd professional fight. A lot of wins by KO. This guy's dangerous. He is fighting Suhail Tairi from fighting out of France, 7-4, 33 years of age. So he is a younger fighter, but does have quite a few more losses. He lost to Muhammad Yahya. He's lost to Omar Kamara, so he's lost quite a few fights, to be fair. All by, like, he's lost a submission, decision, KO. So I think that Mohammadseifi will get the better of him here. He is on the winning streak. He's got confidence coming into this fight. I reckon he comes in here and he gets the KO in round number 3. Now, moving up the card to Mohammed Alaqraa versus Badreddin Diani. Now, Mohammed Alaqraa, I'm going to pick him. I'm just going to say it straight up there. He's 6-0, undefeated, looks pretty decent. Diani is 8-3, so not as good. He's won 4 by decision. He has lost twice by KO, to be fair, though. He's on a 2-fight winning streak, so he's not too bad. But on the other hand, Alaqraa is a pretty good fighter. 6-0, only 24 years of age as well. Looks pretty good. 3 wins by decision. He's never lost, so I can't see a reason not to pick him here. So I've got Alaqraa winning by decision. Now, we move up the card to the co-main event. Al-Silawi versus Omar El Dafrawi. Now, Al-Silawi, Jara Hussan Al-Silawi, 20-6, many fights under his record, 32 years of age. 4 losses by KO, but 7 wins by KO as well. He's an overall well-rounded fighter, lots of wins by KO, submission and decision. Looks pretty good. Won his last 2 fights as well. I mean, he's lost to some. When he was in the PFL, he only lost to like some good opponents like Umalatov, undefeated, Salibu Sai, pretty good. Renfro lost to them, but since then he's looked good. He's come back with a decision win and a decision win. So I think he's a pretty good fighter. Omar El Dafrawi, 11-6, not as good of a record. 29 years of age, lost quite a lot of decision wins, but he's on a 5-fight winning streak, I think. Not sure on the level of opponents he's been facing in this in some of his these regionals. I don't know what the promotions he's been in, but I do think that Al-Silawi has faced the better opposition. He's been there, he's done that. I feel like he's going to get this job done, and I reckon Al-Silawi wins by decision. Now, moving up to the main event, Abdullah Al-Qahtani versus Abdalrahman Alhyasat. Now, Alhyasat, 4-0, fighting out of is that like Jordan? Aman, not oh no, yeah, Jordan. So same place I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, he looks 4-0, not too shabby. He's never lost before, but Al-Qahtani 9-1, only one loss coming by split decision. So has he really lost either? I wouldn't really count that. So he looks pretty good. I mean, he's on a 4-fight winning streak, 3 by finish, and then 1 by decision. So he's a dangerous guy, this Al-Qahtani. Don't know his age, doesn't say, but Alhyasat 4-0. He is a danger. He's got 4 wins all by decision, so he could win this by decision. I can see it happening, but I can't. The more likely thing to happen is Al-Qahtani is going to win this, and I reckon he gets the KO in round number 2. So there we have it. There are my picks for PFL MENA 3. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of the picks. And that will be all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed them, if you leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.